It is hard to avoid the topic of Iran at the moment. So I went back and rewatched an Iranian classic from 2011 directed by Ashghar Farhadi. The film is almost flawless, but there are two shots in A Separation that really stayed with me. You might go into this film thinking it's going to make some statement about Iran and its regime, but it doesn't in the way that you would expect. But it is more ambiguous than that. It's a story about modern Iranian society, in particular middle class Iranian society. At one point in the film, the main male protagonist, Nadir, stops in his tracks and he stares back at his father, who suffers severely from Alzheimer's, and they lock eyes and they stare at each other for what feels like an eternity. And then near the end of the film, Nadir's teenage daughter, Temer, finds the gaze of the young girl whose parents have clashed with their lives. And in both of these moments, nothing is said, but it feels like the weight of the film rests on your shoulders. And that is what I love about A Separation. It is a film about divorce, arguing parents, class, pressure, and about the way a theocratic state permeates through their worlds. But some of the film's most powerful moments are those when the characters just stop and stare at each other and they say nothing. And in these moments, that's when you start asking the bigger questions. What is being left unsaid by these characters that they can't say? What is being forgotten about how we're meant to behave? What kind of world are we constantly making, recreating, and leaving behind? The other thing that makes these moments hit so hard is the overall sound design. There's little to no music throughout the whole film until the final credits. So you hear everything, every sound, every creak, every car. You're so locked into the sound of everyday life that when one of these moments happens, the silence is deafening. And that's where the film really gets you. Because those moments, they don't just feel emotional, they feel moral. It's like the film stops and suddenly asks, what kind of people have they become? What are they becoming? And what are they passing on to the next? And it's why this film stays with you after the final credits. And a little bit of food for thought for these modern times.